looks good.
It looks great. I think we're doing great. I think our production value has skyrocketed since I invested heavily in paying McDonald's for this Grimace picture.
This episode is sponsored by nothing that has a logo on it, so everything's covered.
This is sponsored by no one. No one and nothing. Sponsored by me and my free time.
Me, myself, and...
Ivan.
I know. I don't want to make it the name because that's not fair.
I know. I really like it. The tests that I ran past people, I was like, hey, here's a list of 40 names. Which one do you think is the best? Yeah. Every single time, me, myself, and Ivan, like, squished to the top.
Welcome to the psychiatrist session where we develop Ivan's brain a little bit more.
Right?
We're working on it. Welcome to the podcast, though. We're still just talking about stuff. We don't really have a direction or a goal. We just know we got Grimace, some drinks, and some hopefully good vibes.
Yeah. We got nothing but good vibes.
Yeah. So, starting it off strong.
Hit me with it.
You see the conspiracy shit, but not also conspiracy shit about the fucking aliens?
How aliens are real and we just kind of pushed it off, even though in 2019 we were storming Area 51 to figure out if they're aliens.
Yeah. And then, like, they just had, like, a big press conference in, like I don't know, Parliament, whatever, their government.
But in a big room.
Yeah, and they're like, are there UFOs? And they were just like, yeah. And they're like, but, like, non-human? They're like, yeah. And they're like, do we worry? And they're like, maybe. And we're like... What are you? You're the defense people. What the fuck do you mean, maybe? What's the plan? And they're just like, it's classified. It's like, oh, you just told us there's aliens. Like, and then the entirety of the internet, like everyone, like of their like TikTok and Instagram, like you'll never believe what's going on. And they do the whole like clickbaity thing. And then the people who are like watching are like, we knew there were aliens. Like, what the? Calm down. Like, chill. And they're like, you're not getting excited. It's like. Why would we? It's either they're here to harvest our shit or start like fucking like Star Trek. I don't know what you want.
Or to just look at us real good, right? Zoos exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of monkeys.
Right? We're monkeys that evolved probably a couple times, but yeah.
Because like, there's no debating. Is there aliens? Was there ever aliens? Like,
so for every star in the sky, if you assume that at least one planet orbits that star, there's an infinite amount of stars and an infinite possibility that an infinite amount of planets exist. So
if we're here, that's proof enough.
Something else is there.
I'm glad they finally like. But also the big conspiracy like denier part of me is like I deny the conspiracies, not the actual theories they have, but like the people, because the shit that they'll just like ring off the top of their head and just be like, these are facts. It's like, you saw that on fucking like 4chan. Relax.
You saw it on TikTok and you did one Google search that got you nowhere.
It's like you didn't do fuck all. So I've just been super invested in that, just watching that play out, because like they're like, yeah, no, there's footage. We've had a bunch of pilots just like see a bunch of like really fucking weird like UFOs or whatever they call them now, and they're like, and they said, well, like, are all incidents reported where like people see like whatever, and they're like 5% are reported, and it's like, like now other than that it's just kind of like word of mouth, like, oh yeah, when I was on a tour the other day, like a military guy's like, I was flying around and just saw this thing hovering in the air and it just kind of turned at us and just kind of went back up, and we're like, meh.
Wouldn't it be wild if only 5% of murders were solved? I think people would be pretty up in arms.
Yeah, aliens. I'm excited to see where it goes, though. We are our own species. We have our own type of entertainment. We glorify like the alien aspect in like movies, like here to kill us. They're like Grimace. He
has a big old taste bud. Yeah, he's pretty alien to me.
Yep. And we're like, yeah, it's entertaining. We have all these different variety types of aliens. They're always here to do something bad, or like Men in Black, where there's like a society. It's like, that is what our shitty little human brains could think of. But people who can travel intergalactically with spaceships and just kind of fly all the way through space and then just come into the atmosphere and be like, neat, and then fuck off. It's like,
oh my
That type of technology is not. We don't have even the brain to think of that, and they're just like, checks out, experiment's going well, and they fucking just gone.
And then they did.
So it's like the ant comparison where if you're ever trying to figure out like what a god would do and why God would make like a god would make people and make a religion and make life the way it is and to have all these different plans and all these different things and like giving kids with leukemia and being like it's part of my plan.
Yeah.
It's like an ant if it were to go to a carnival, like a person, like a human carnival. An ant would walk around and be like, shit, what is this?
What the fuck
And then
is this?
would have no comprehension of like you need, like we have stands to get food at. We need money to buy things. Ants
Right.
just say pick up, bring nest, feed.
Yeah.
We have money. We have handles to open doors. We have things and different like machines to help us. And they're just like, this is ground. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm looking food. Where's the queen? Bring it back. Where's the hole?
Yeah.
Like they don't have the same comprehension. Just think of like some sentient being. You're like, how the fuck am I supposed to comprehend what they think?
Yeah.
You can't. And if you can, Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Yeah.
the politicized science man.
I would say he's pretty cool.
Bill Nye. I like it that he shits on like the religious community. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
He's so tired of people's bullshit too. He's like,
He's so tired.
I'm done proving shit to you guys. Just look it up. There's books. Even read your own Bible. Like, god damn it, the facts you throw at me are wrong because I read your book and I know more than you.
Yeah.
Read 3 different types of your book. So that's always fun. I'm excited for aliens. Unless we're being harvested, then I guess that's the great plan, right?
Well, I feel like they won't harvest you alive, right? Do they know what alive is?
Yeah, because who knows if they've reached a different point of sentience.
Right? But what if they exist within a consciousness that alive is not a state of being, but it just is a continuum?
Okay.
So if a human is alive, does it feel pain? Like, why does it feel pain if it's just like upon this line of consciousness?
Right.
Does it? Would an alien understand that we hop from consciousness to consciousness without memories of the prior consciousness?
Okay. Because yeah, our species developed specifically through evolution on our planet,
Right.
with our carbon-based life, with our oxygen-rich atmosphere,
Their
with
5 fingers.
fingies, all this shit, and they could literally be like squid people because they are on an ocean.
They could have evolved in the ocean, and the lifespan of an alien could be 20 million years. And they're like, yo, why are you guys alive
65.
for a second?
Yeah, like what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. Like, why aren't you building with the thought of that 45 generations from now are going to enjoy this building instead of building bridges that kind of suck?
Yeah, and then not fixing them.
Yeah, and why do construction projects take a year and a half and not 600 years to be able to build beautiful cathedrals?
And
Why are all your buildings ugly now?
imagine how much all the conservative parties would make off of all that road work.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're paid by the hour, not by the job.
Right, exactly. So, what was the other fact on there? So building stuff, whatever. Oh yeah, Avatar: Way of Water really touched on a great point with like how the whales, the
Never seen the movie, never will.
god damn it, they have these giant whale things in there. I'm not gonna spoil it, but they are more sentient and aware than people in like the Avatar consciousness.
Cool.
They are their own sentient life, but they developed in water. So they're just like whales, but they have personalities. They have memories. They have clans. They have like just so much personalized stuff because they grew in the same planet, just in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And when everything is in fluent motion with each other and everything has a feeling, like they have their little tendril hair thing where you can be like plug it in and be like, tell me what you want, and then they fuck with that too. So it depends on how everything goes with how Avatar works.
Yeah.
So that it's just like, unfortunately for us, our ocean is like gross and we don't have any cool sentient things, but like
That we know of.
But when you think of like the killer whales or
Orcas.
Orcas.
Blue
'cause
whales.
Yeah, orcas, the blue whales.
Those are two different things.
Oh, yeah, orcas and whales. But orcas specifically, they're very family and hunting based. Like, they're very smart. Like, they teach each other how to do stuff. It's not just like a mama bird shows their kids how to fly by jumping out of the nest and demonstrating. Yeah,
Hope they die, yeah.
yeah, and like natural selection in that point. But orcas will literally show and demonstrate in detail on how to work as a team. Like, did you hear that the orcas right now are currently attacking cruise liners and yachts?
They're flipping boats!
Flipping yachts.
Hell
and it's
yeah!
like, fuck yeah.
Get
like,
after it!
Like one or like a couple of their, I don't remember how many, but like a couple of their members were like hit by these boats and like cut the hell up by the rudders
Hell yeah!
and the motor on it.
Not hell yeah,
And
but
yeah, and they the moms of the group were like, these fuckers are gonna die, and they literally taught their young and are continuously like with their generational knowledge working together to flip yachts, flip like little cruise ships for these rich people that are like, you hurt our people, we're coming back, and they're literally just knocking people into the water. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They
It's like
deserve it.
it's like shark infested waters.
Yeah.
That's where they live. They
Yeah.
can't infest where they live.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be touching the water ever.
No.
We should not even fuck the water.
There's so much in the water.
We just drink it. That's fine.
The orcas are saltwater based.
Yeah, we don't even drink their water.
Exactly. It gets filtered somewhere else.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's so cool that like, because watching the Avatar way of water with their
When
like
did you
whale
watch
people.
this?
I don't remember. It was in passing. I have a lot of alone time.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So, focusing on the point. It was cool because when you think of it, that was the inspiration. It's like the whale colonies because they are big families, and like we track them like lion herds as well because they're big families. They're named like they're every single lion that's out in the wild is basically named, has a tribe, and has a story, and they're all documented. Just like historians, just like people from our past. Like we have books written about people, about inventors, about people of relevancy.
Yeah.
And then you have like orcas now that people are getting a lot of attention to because they're smart. The other thing that was really smart about them is they did a study. So there's a bunch of these scientists, like these people who are studying orcas, and they're doing all these tests, and they bring these orcas into this facility, and they pull them from the water, but they test them inside a facility they have at like the shoreline or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do these tests on the orcas, and then the orcas are so goddamn smart, they were able to know, like, figure out the prison break system of when the people were observing them, what they needed to do, and what that caused the people to do that were observing them to know when they could fuck around and sabotage things, break out, take more food. But they memorized literally work schedules. Like, oh, the scientists are on like a 15-minute break, or they're calculating data, or like they don't know that we're calculating data, but they just know they're gone at this period of time for X amount of time before they're required to come back. The orcas will sense how long they have, and they'll go and do something, and they ended up breaking out. And it was like, these are fucking like water mammals.
Yeah.
These are fish
These
people.
are thinkins.
Yeah, and that's just crazy because like we always assume that every other life form underneath us is just, you know, animal. I kill you, I eat you.
Yeah.
But they're just smart. Smart animals. So I have a lot of respect for orcas. And they're also dolphins, not whales.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a very odd
They're
fact.
porpoises?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, they're not actually a part of the whale family. They're very close related to like majority of the dolphin type.
I guess killer dolphin wouldn't really roll off the tongue.
It's a killer dolphin. What the fuck is that?
Okay, where's
Yeah.
its fins? I don't
I
know
know
what killer
fins.
whales look like.
Yeah. I think they have a top. They do have a top.
Dorsal fin?
I think they have a dorsal fin.
I'm pretty sure.
Because whales don't really have a dorsal fin. Because like it might be a Mandela effect. Because I feel like they have one. They gotta have one.
Whale dorsal fin,
It's one random killer whale that was born with a dorsal fin.
reaching a height of up to 1.8 meters or 6 feet in a large adult male. It is the tallest dorsal fin of all the cetaceans. Sorry. Oh yeah, they got that big ass dorsal fin. Come on, boom.
He's got big dick is what I get from that.
Yeah, it's got.
The appendages usually
Well, sometimes
match
it
up.
flops. It looks like a bad comb over.
Yeah, it's just like, Mom,
Oh,
get my
that's
hair
sad.
today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's a SeaWorld thing.
Oh.
It's because they're sad.
Oh.
They get little limp.
A limp dorsal fin because fucking the world sucks.
Oh.
I just gotta read this really quick. God, no, dead air on the podcast. We're not doing that. We're gonna be professional. We're gonna get sponsors.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fucking great. We need a Nikon camera if anyone's looking to give us one.
A Nikon camera?
Yes.
How much does that cost?
Like $600+.
Okay.
Depending. But it needs to be one with the recording function. I had
Okay.
one that was just a standard camera.
Yeah, DSLR.
Yeah, DSLR, but it didn't have the extra V.
Oh, okay.
Because it needs to record. It would have been fucking great for like a lot of content. I wanted to use it when we used to go out and do our excursions,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck, it only takes pictures."
Oh, that's
Only
okay.
Pictures. But yeah, I do, because I'm like trying to be home more. I want to get out and do that kind of shit again. Because like,
Yeah.
I know you don't have a bike that's functional right now.
Yeah, no, I'm too fat for my bike right
I
now.
don't want to
Sorry,
say it
Mom.
that way, but okay.
I'm too fat for my bike.
That's okay.
I gained 55 pounds. Now I can't ride my bike.
I wish. Yeah, I'm in a weight deficit right now. I've been trying to put on weight, and this whole sad stuff this past week has just been like, you're not gonna eat.
Yeah.
And I want to eat.
You
so
burn
much.
like 6,000 calories in a day or something stupid like that.
Almost
There's
fell off
no
the
way
roof.
you could possibly gain weight with the activity that you're doing.
I know.
But
I'm
also,
getting a little bit of a butt. It's nice.
nice.
It's
Look
good
at you
for,
go.
It's good for my content. Right. I'm
You
not gonna show you.
you got
I'm not gonna show you my ass. But
You also just followed yourself. I was looking for like a money thing. Like I want to pay you. I want to support you financially. Boo.
support you financially.
You my
I
little
can
boo thing.
take out right now $635 from that account, and so we did it. I've breached $1,000. I've made $1,000 off of pictures of not my penis.
Yes. Once the penis comes out, ooh,
Ooh,
it's
I'm
either
gonna
gonna plummet or grow.
I'm gonna hopefully grow, because no one wants to see a non-growing penis.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe some people do.
Some people.
Right? Some people in that flaccid market.
Here's the thing. I'm not fucking. We're leaving it
No, hit me.
with the penis.
No.
No, it just the size comparison between flaccid and hard is like literally from like Bruce Banner to Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, you're a fucking grower, not a
Very
shower,
much.
buddy. And that's okay. I think that's more like that's more. I think that's easier to maintain within your day-to-day life. Like, yeah, you could have a freaking hog that you're swinging around,
But it just
then
drops down each pant leg every time you take a fucking step.
right, and then like you get erect and it grows like an inch, and you're like, all right, so it was cool then, but now it's like cool and I can use it, I guess.
Now it's like functional.
But we're also assuming that if you're a shower, not a grower, you have like a big penis. What if you're a shower and you don't?
Like 2 inches to like 5. You're like, it's pretty good still.
It's still mildly impressive.
It just like it goes from being like super down low to just like straight upright. And you're like, well, now I can't go anywhere.
And now I gotta like rank it down.
Yeah, so funny story about like the whole flaccid penis thing. So
Okay.
I was dating this like alt goth witch chick
Hell
back in
yeah.
the Sioux,
Good for you.
and it was interesting.
Nice.
It's obviously it's got its weird quirks,
Yeah.
but before we dated or like had any like relations, it was me, her, and her friend. We went to the beach. And at one point, I needed to change from my swim shorts into regular dry clothing so I could drive home.
Yeah.
And as I was changing, I had my towel wrapped around, like just like I don't want people to see. It was cold.
Hell yeah, no.
It was cold. Like I say, it's there.
It's cold.
It's really cold. It's tiny. So I'm trying to hide myself. I'm covering myself as best as I can. But what ends up happening is like my shorts tripped me a little bit, and like I think my towel just kind of did like where have the lap and it kind of went. Bloop.
Yeah.
And I didn't know until after when I was all changed and they were all changed, and one of them, the one I wasn't seeing, was like, I think I saw your dick. And I was like, you're just going to casually drop that you may have seen my dick just flash you while flaccid. And she's like, I don't know. I couldn't tell. I was like, how big was it? And she was like, what? I was like, you brought it up.
Did you giggle?
You tell me, like, I did. Was it a giggle or was it like a, oh? I'm like, how big was it? She's like, I don't know, like this. I'm like, you didn't see it. You didn't see it. Well,
if you're wavering, you didn't see it.
You'll know it was like the fucking half of my thumb. You would know. You probably saw my hand flick to slap it, and you were just like, wow.
Yeah.
No, you would have been giggling. So it's just it's so funny how you're like, I think I saw it in front of the person that wanted to see it.
Oh.
I was like,
yeah, you don't get that. You don't get that for free.
They both did.
Good for you.
I have
Look at you go.
I have a problem.
You have a solution, and that solution turns out to be your penis sometimes.
I will be Genghis Khan.
Everyone
will have bad
He
ones.
lowered the planet's carbon footprint by the amount of murder he committed. So I would go with the sex side of Genghis. Most of his sex was rape.
But you made the carbon thing sound like it was a positive, because I'm pretty sure that is a positive.
No, it's not a positive.
I know killing people's
so
bad.
Many people.
Bad people kill people.
Yeah.
Killing's bad. But global warming.
You're not gonna fix global warming by killing a lot of people and then having sex with the other ones that you don't kill. That's what he did. That's all he did. He was just fucking and killing. Maybe in that order.
I don't want to do any of those.
I don't want to do either of those. I don't want to see you do either of those.
No.
I don't want to see any of that.
You don't have to. You'll just see more of me everywhere.
I don't want to see more of you. I think I have the perfect amount of you right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of me going around right now.
There is. Especially in my life, I'm good. I've got so little going on. I'm okay with that.
He's Ivan everywhere. He's all over the walls. He's everywhere.
Oh my god. Yeah, I submitted my appeal for King's University, and I sent them a paragraph of like, let me into school. So hopefully they'll get back to me in about a week.
I want to learn
so
desperately. And if it's not with you guys, I will desperately learn with someone else.
They sent me, they said like, hey, why do you want to join this school instead of other schools? And I said, I will study psychology, whether it takes me this year or 50 years from now. You can't get rid of me. I will never stop. That was the end of like the paper that I wrote. That was the final line.
I will not quit, and I will be here always.
I've only got free time, baby. I've only got it.
The more you deny me, the longer I have to keep trying.
Right? So that was fun.
It's the attitude of a champion. It's how you pick up any chick ever. I will not.
Persistence.
That's it. I like, just begging and shooting your shot over and over again. Like,
please,
please have some pussy.
I want it.
Gets them all at every time.
As long as you cry.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Cry a little bit, shit your pants a bit, come a little bit. Come on.
The whole
You
trio.
gotta get out. You gotta
Holy
get out
Trinity.
all the the holy quadinity. You got two eyes.
Oh, okay.
You got two eyes you're crying from.
You don't have two piss holes? Hitler did.
You have two piss holes?
I don't. Hitler does.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Hitler did. I think he's dead by now.
Yeah.
I hope he's dead by now.
Yeah.
I hope he's not out there doing stuff.
Do you think they carry the brains of those in just like for study or
100%?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like reincarnation is only done by us. There's no external person who's like, man, this guy, we're gonna make you into a wabbit. No, they're keeping brains because they know what those brains hold.
Yeah, the bad.
The trade secrets.
The big bad.
The fucking Colonel's recipe. They have it all.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I believe it. Who do you think's like on the top shelf?
Who do you think's on the top shelf of brains that they've collected over the years of? Are we talking about like bad people or like good people or
just the top shelf?
Jesus is on there, right?
Why would he be on there?
You don't think they're collect the brain of Jesus? I don't know how. Like fucking wrap it cheesecloth for a little bit, but
they mummified things pretty good.
Yeah, Jesus gotta be in there.
Hey, if the miracles that they have in the Bible are something to be contested of, is that whatever science they had back then was pretty cool, and the justification is, what if it was aliens or some shit, and it's like, Jesus, guy seems pretty cool. We'll keep his brain.
If you could,
It's somewhere.
If you could go into the big brain room where they keep all the big brains, and they said you can have one brain as a treat. Is that my Google?
Upstairs, yeah.
No, in my room. I use it for
yours?
rain sounds.
Oh. It's still talking.
God, I love this dead air. If you
right.
could go into the big brain room and get one big brain as a treat, which big brain would you take? They have to be dead for you to take their big brain. So, or are you gonna?
Do I get
Are
it?
you gonna wait a couple weeks and get Hanks? That's more funny to me than it is to you.
Oh, shit. If you didn't
No,
hear
he's
it,
gonna
he
be
said
fine.
Hank Green.
He's gonna be fine.
You want
He's
to get
gonna be
Hank
fine.
Green? I would love Hank Green's brain.
I would love
So here's
Hank
the-
Green's
Do I
brain.
have a brain reader? Is it like I just get the brain and I have to figure out what to do with it? Or do I get like the
No.
subscription to like, oh, I can just plug in and be like, wow.
Here's a brain. What the fuck are you gonna do with that? It's my little boo thing. Oh,
That was quick.
yeah. Do you want to maybe like pull that
Pause.
back? You gotta put it somewhere else.
Hey, yo, there wasn't a pause the recording button, and if there is, we can't see it because
two.
this is our, this is our setup. We're still figuring it out.
Maybe this is just the next episode. Maybe we backlog.
Welcome back. It's been definitely
Episode
a week.
7, I think.
Oh,
6?
Well, actually, it makes sense to if we were to record another episode because next week I'm in the Sioux.
Yeah, next week I'm.
In.
I think I'm going to Niagara Falls. I think I'm
okay.
going to go to Rainforest Cafe and actually have a good time in Niagara Falls.
Rainforest. They don't watch it, so we're good. I got a BJ on a Ferris wheel.
On a Ferris wheel? I had my first kiss on a Ferris wheel. Okay, no, he kissed me on the cheek on a Ferris wheel.
He kissed me on the cheek.
And then she kissed me again in a tree the next day. I was shy.
You totally taught my blowjob story, but all right.
I wish I could top your blowjob story. I've never gotten an exciting blowjob. Every blowjob for me has been like a chore.
Oh, you're
it's
doing
like-
so good.
Like, do you want this? And yeah, I get it. You gotta support the behavior you want to see, and not that every blowjob I haven't gotten is magical, but it's never been like in an exciting place or like, wanted. So
Yeah, it's more just like, do you need this? Well, not anymore.
right, like,
Like it
let's
now.
get this over with. And it's not that I'm a huge fan of them. It's not like I'm first in line to get my wiener sucked.
No, it's all right.
Right?
It's a starter. It's like an appetizer.
It's a start. Like, I don't always have to finish when you're freaking
right.
slopping my top.
Right. I 100% agree with that.
Right? You go hop down there, give me a little smooch, and then like pop back up. And we can
Use the actual parts.
I can get it in there. Yeah. You got a thing made specifically for my thing. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have to
right.
use your chewer for my thing.
Right.
Ugh.
You know, having the thought of teeth is just, then you're just like, well, now this is a thing.
Right? That's literally a horror movie. Oh, I was looking for a horror book.
Okay.
And I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on Indigo. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I couldn't find the Kindle version on Amazon. The only place I could find it was like an independent distributor, and they were selling it for like $70 American.
How the fuck do you get spooked by a book?
Right? Just stop reading.
I don't know. Oh, this is
I don't know,
getting too
but-
rough. I
but
gotta
I
wait
wa-
till the morning.
But I want to. I don't like I'm a huge fan of books, but only audiobooks, and I want to be able to read books because, all right, you talk to a smart person, and they're like, I don't like books very much. You're like, are you really that smart? I don't know. I don't know if we're gaslighting the entire world into thinking that only smart people read books.
But dumb people don't typically read books.
Right?
So
that's
you
my
go with
problem. I met some goddamn lookers where you're like, how did you get dressed today? But they read books.
It's that street smart and book smart kind of thing, and they're definitely book smart.
Yeah, but all they read are like rom-coms.
You don't learn from those.
You don't learn anything.
Oh, is he? Are they gonna be together?
Are they gonna kiss?
They're on the cover together. They're gonna fuck.
The only valid relationship dynamic is enemies to lovers, and I will fight anyone who disagrees with me. I will purposely like start to hate people just so to see if enemies to lovers could ever like flourish.
It does.
Not now because like
Right.
because I'm with somebody that I hopefully will love for the rest of my life. But sometimes I'm like,
If I hate
fucking
someone so much,
I have a
sex would be great.
right. I have a problem where even if she hates somebody, I'm like her enemy to my lover, but that's just cheating. That's just
do that.
adultery.
She hates you so much that I'm gonna fuck you.
Right? I don't know where that comes from. But just like, she's like, oh, I fucking hate that girl. I'm like, why?
Why do you think
Why do you
most
li-
of my relationships ever happen, or why my like sexual encounters ever happen? Is because it's just like, I think you're a piece of shit, and they're like, what? And I'm like, you already know.
And it's not like it's negging or something. It's like, you could be a little taller. No, it's like, you want to fucking
I'll stab
kill
you.
me?
Yeah,
If
hurt you.
If this is not like a genuine fight before anything happens, I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it. Yeah, I get it. It's a symptom of trauma. But come on.
Well, at least we share the same kind of trauma, because that's the thing I feel when I have someone I hate. I'm like,
Yeah, fucking play ball. I want them to be smarter than me and more aggressive than me.
I want to be domed.
Well, we haven't talked about pegging yet, but I guess it'll get there, right?
Someone.
All relationships end in pegging. You
got 60 plus years of not knowing what's gonna happen. You think the same dick in the same missionary position's gonna be enough?
right.
Maybe
you
if
gotta
you're
sparkle that
religious.
thing up, right? Let's say you have sex 3 times a week for 60 years. That's like 20,000 times.
If only.
Don't tell me that. Do you want to meet a fucking terrible person?
I know one.
So this is Norm Somerton. I'm
Norm Somerton. That just sounds like someone you would hate, like a mall cop.
No, you're gonna immediately feel bad.
You better have cancer for me to feel bad.
No, do you want to see him? Do you want to see the one where he's got tit cups on, or do you want to see him? Is he covered in cum? Yeah, which one do you want to see?
That one.
That's Norm Somerton.
Yo, why?
He's what happens if you watch pornography for too long.
Is that him watching it or him performing it?
A little bit both.
Oh, okay.
A little bit. Here's him with some tit cups on. So you can get like big old freaking high.
I've never seen like an 80-year-old who's got tats.
Right, usually they die.
Yeah.
Right, on his forehead you see like it says pig.
I thought it said piss, but yeah, that's pig.
Yeah, that's pig. Oh,
He got
yeah.
some titties on him.
Do you like that belly tattoo? Yeah, so he's what happens when you. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see.
Was it his dick?
No, it's pretty dark close though. He has a famous video called Canadian Poutine. You can imagine what it's about.
Nah.
So, yeah, so that's what happens if our funny haha pegging joke goes way too far for way too long.
Because then you end up like that.
Right? It just escalates. It's like a drug addiction. Just escalates, and then now you're like, piss on me, beat me.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And then it's an open gate at that point. Back to the brains. Fuck. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
What,
Part 2 of brains.
Do I get to
Nope.
read the brain?
No, you get a phone.
It's just the brain.
Big old slop brain. Yeah, it just has like a nameplate on it. Remember in Futurama where they had like the heads in the jars?
Yeah.
That, but a brain.
Oh, so it just does nothing. It's just their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To destroy is my goal.
Interesting.
Because preservation of things that could be worse in the future.
Yeah.
Because like the thing is, most people are like, who's the worst person you could think of that they would have held the brain of? And they're like, Hitler will destroy his brains. Like, here's the thing though, his ideologies are so backdated that if you brought his brain back to think of like how he strategically did stuff, I don't think it would work in today's society.
Yeah, this is the same guy who was like, you know what? I'm going to take a hot air balloon and I'm going to take buckets full of gas and I'm going to pour the gas on the troops. Yeah. Never worked.
You can't control a hot air balloon. I think we talked about that.
Hot air balloons
last
only
time.
crash. We talked about it in the car because we were driving by and we saw a hot air balloon.
In the field, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're,
You can't control the direction. You can only control how up or down.
Yeah.
You can go up kind of quick. But you can't go down very
You
quick.
just gotta let it leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do it like Hitler's brain. If someone wants to fuck with it, it's just more like a trophy piece. Like I have Hitler's mind.
Okay, here we go.
Um,
How about
Lincoln. I'll destroy Lincoln's. I feel like there's so much.
the
knowledge
guy
in
who
there.
abolished slavery?
I feel like there's some mixed up words that people are misinterpreting.
Okay, you know what? You know what? You know
No, what I'm saying is I'm not trying to say he encouraged slavery. I'm just saying stop.
Right? What if his like 407 nights ago was like 4 and that's the right age? Right? Textbooks are written by the winner, you know?
Yeah, everything's washed.
I'm not saying Abraham Lincoln was a pedophile, but
No one's saying he isn't.
no one's saying he isn't. I hope a lot of people are saying that he isn't.
Yeah, no, it would have to be like a very high-end political figure that has a lot of information. Like if Donald Trump died tomorrow, I would roast his brain because if someone were to try and read it, he has so much shit he's just got on his head. If people actually learn the truth of what he fucking knows, I'd be like, someone's gonna get coached for something. He's probably seen something and not know what the fuck it means. But when someone else plays back his shit, they're gonna be like, he just had that.
So here's my evolution to that question. You know those like fish that you put on the wall that are like singing fish? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You get one of those,
Okay.
and it has the brain of a deceased person.
Right.
They can talk, they can listen, they can't see because they're just a
Yeah.
the fish. Whenever they talk, the fish pops out,
And talk to you.
and then that's it.
Okay.
That's their existence. You can move it if you want, but who would
Who would I have?
who would you get your novelty fish of?
My novelty fish.
They got to be dead though, because you need that brain.
Who's a good... shit. I gotta figure out who's died.
Right? Because I'm thinking people like, I would want someone like cool, like Muhammad Ali. But
You said Lee, and immediately I was just like Bruce Lee because he's got
another
shit.
fighter. Yeah.
He's a fighter. He's a very fluent person.
I was also thinking, you get their brain. I guess your brain doesn't deteriorate that much, but you also get their brain like right before they died.
So it's like the final.
Yeah, you get the final brain. You get like the last edition brain.
That's why I always like jerk off before like I ever like decide I want to get someone pregnant.
I don't think it's your choice that sometimes, you know?
No, yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, no, I'm a strong believer is the fresh, updated, most playable game is the one you want to play.
Yeah, but what if like update 3 updates ago was like pretty kind of cool and had some pretty exploitable bugs, like they could jump high or something. Just don't think about that. Don't think about that.
Because now I'm gonna be fucking saving it. In a
Right?
fucking jar.
You're gonna open your third eye trying to look into your balls.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're the chosen one's in here. This is the load.
Where is it? Yeah. No.
You just gotta be faster than the others, okay, little man? You just gotta make it.
Did you know they don't swim, they crawl?
Like
So-
they use their tail to scrape?
So how we looked at them was actually always from an above position. So we saw that their tail wiggled. It doesn't actually wiggle, it corkscrews, and they just kind of drill their way forward.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Aren't we interesting?
Yeah, we're kind of cool like that. So if you could be a pirate or a cowboy or a samurai, which one would you be? I sent Emma a TikTok of that, and I hope she asks me one day because I am really excited to tell her.
To tell her the
Yeah.
answer. So cowboy, samurai, or pirate?
Yeah. The answer is obvious for me, just because
Fucking cowboy.
be a cowboy. Why? Why would you be a cowboy?
Pirate would have been my number one, just because it's kind of like there is a code to everything. There is a certain amount of respect you have, but it is about pillaging and like taking things, and there's a little bit of a Robin Hood-esque like mentality to it. Like you're doing this because you are on the lower class. You're forced to go into a life of crime and theft, and this is your life.
Yeah.
And you have a crew, you have a family, you have all this shit. But scurvy on the seas, any kind of piracy is typically on like in the water, and I'm like, nah.
Ugh, yeah, it's too salty
And
for
like,
me.
yeah, there's just so many health concerns with that. I feel like being a samurai is like the ideal, but the discipline you have to go through couldn't fucking do that. There's so much like it's like if I went into the military right now, like they would hate my guts and I'd be gone in a day because they require, what's the word, like obedience. They require obedience, and I don't got that.
Mm-hmm.
They will tell me to do something, and I'll be like,
but why?
Right now, and they'll be like, "What'd you say?" I'll be like, "Your mom," and then I just get beaten the shit out of.
Yeah,
Because that's the military. You're allowed to do that, apparently. But a cowboy, you're in the Wild West. You're also in the Robin Hood kind of like situation. You got a little pistol gun. Like you can steal sometimes, but like you don't really wanna. And then there's like, bitches love cowboys.
Bitches love cowboys.
I would love a horse. That'd be a companion for life.
Well, its life.
Its life.
Horses live like 20 years?
I'll say 20 to 30, yeah. It
Yeah.
checks out. It's longer than a dog, but not longer.
Way longer than a dog,
Yeah.
but not as long as like
a
a
dolphin or something.
tortoise.
Yeah. Tortoises you can live longer than us.
Yeah. Parrots.
Parrots, good one. They vary in long lives. What was the other one there? Yeah, so cowboy, because like in the Western field, like you get to like get all saddled up, you get to feel comfy, you get to wear a vest all the time. Fucking I love wearing a vest. I don't know, I'm not a country guy, but I'm a cowboy kind of guy. What about you?
You can be a cowboy without being country. I get that. Samurai 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Oh,
if some old
man.
Asian dude who was like pretty fluent in English was like, "Hey, you got to give up your life right now to become a samurai," I'd in a fucking heartbeat.
I am the chosen one.
I'd be like, "All right, Emma, I'm going to peace out for like 30 years. Once you're done your whole life thing, I'm going to meet back, going to be a kick-ass samurai." But
and you're gonna love me even more.
right, but just like the discipline and the history and like how samurai were viewed, a lot of them were like not super cool because they were like police basically.
Yeah,
They were either police or hired police, and sometimes like
legal hitmen.
you give people too much power and they'll abuse it. But I think that I need an external source of like force discipline to
Someone to whip your fucking like wrists when you fuck something up slightly.
Yeah, I was talking to some wiener today, and he was like, and I said, we were talking about purpose, and I said, like my purpose is to help people, and he was like,
Okay.
"Oh, you're a people pleaser," and I was like, "No, I've set up my life specifically so I can help people to the greatest possible capacity, usually at the sacrifice of myself."
Okay.
And that's just kind of like my whole steez. It's not like super cool.
You're a people pleaser.
I don't.
Get bent, you little shit.
Yeah, get articulated on.
Don't fucking categorize me.
Right? I don't belong in a box unless it's helpful for you. Then I can.
I
fit
belong
into
in a
box.
dojo.
Yeah, I belong in a dojo. Give me the sword. It was super cool.
Yeah.
I get to wear the big old freaking armor. Yeah,
I get to make a bunch of like clinky noises when I step the
with your spurs.
spurs on the back of my boots.
Yeah.
Fucking, to me it'd be like a fidget spinner. I'm supposed to kick my horse with it to go faster, but I'd just be like boots behind me like a little girl. I'm just like flicking them behind me like, brr, brr. Watch how fast this goes, Jimmy, my horse. Brr.
You just said an amazing thing that your spurs would be like fidget spinners. Do you think a cowboy has ever, like back in like, when were cowboys?
I would say 1800s.
1800s?
When's the industrial
Revolution?
Fuck,
Like
yes.
1860, I think?
Yeah, so like
1870?
early 1800s.
Yeah. Well, I think a cowboy
like
would
after
pick up their
pioneers.
boot and hold it and go and be like, "This is
I would
kind of
just
cool."
I'd just kick my
And then
leg
he would
up.
take the spur off and he would just
Roll
he
it
would
on
freaking
stuff and
hit.
fuck
Well,
it.
he might even do like the full fidget spinner.
It's like,
I think cowboys
this
have
is
fidget
going to be
spinners
big business when they're
when
they
ADHD is
discover
the new thing.
mental illness.
When people discover mental illness.
Cowboys are the first. We are all cowboys with fidget spinners. There's the name of this podcast.
Cowboys with fidget spinners.
Like, would you think, like, because I know, like, every religion and, like, different, like, historical things were always like, yeah, this wasn't really like looked at as a mental illness. It was always seen as like, oh, it's your soul being poisoned. You need to die or drink this leech blood or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Right, your
Like,
humors are out of balance.
yeah, like ADHD. If someone was like super hyperactive, well, how? What do you think? Because like people who are crazy and have like multiple personality disorder, and those aren't the same. I'm not saying they're the same, but like,
Do you know where ADHD came from?
where?
Survival. All mental illnesses are relative to adaptive evolutionary biology. The reason why young boys are suffering with attention deficit disorder is not because they have an attention deficit disorder. It's because they're fucking bored sitting there for 8 hours a day inside of a classroom. When, 1,000 years ago, what were we doing between the ages of like 2 and 20?
Defending ourselves and being aware.
Running for kilometers every day. Hunting, gathering, foraging, fucking. That's what we were doing.
Stuff. We
And
always
now,
did stuff.
we gotta put on socks? What?
the fucking socks.
What the
life
fuck?
of
Look
a-
at my little shitty baby toes. What?
Where are my grippers?
Where are my grippers? How am I supposed to climb a tree with this shit? Now I'm like fat? Like fucking what?
You know, now that you mentioned that, pissed me off. I was super
with it.
drunk at a mill that other weekend when I got absolutely sloshed.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, someone was like, it's really nice. It's kind of like drizzling out. And I looked over at the dam that was off to the side, and I was just like, there's a lot of water coming down. There's like a little walkway you can walk across and like walk through the sludge. And I was like, hey, y'all, I'm taking my shoes off. I'm going for a walk at the dam. And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm going to go fuck around at the dam. Because everyone was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I might climb some shit. And they're like, well, aren't you going to be not wearing shoes? I'm like, yeah. I didn't think about it until I got there. There's like this rock pillar that went up to the top of the dam. And I was like, I can do it. I'm drunk. And I put my hands on it. I'm like, oh, I got good grip with this shit. I was ready to go. And I put my feet on it. My little baby toes rubbing against rock. Like, oh. And I was like, fuck, this is embarrassing. Because someone looked over at me and like, I don't think you can do it. And I was like, fuck off. And like, I tried it like 3 more times. I'm like, oh, they're right. I'm going to not do it.
Baby.
And I walked back and they're like, we thought you were going to fall. I was like, it would have been more manly to have hurt myself than to fucking just say I'd quit.
Aw, buddy. Speaking about becoming overzealous on adventures that may cause your injury, how's your OnlyFrames doing?
My only frames, right. So for those who watch the podcast at all, I decided to post funny photos with me and my hard hat Billy, and just like, you know, promiscuous photos, not showing the full throttle, but like, you know, giving a little bit of a torque around the, you know, the bumpers and stuff. And so without doing that, I've put up like maybe 7 or 8 photos, and I'm over like $1,000 made.
So
in a week.
when is the next content coming out? How frequently are you posting?
Okay, so this is all new to me. So this field of posting lewd stuff and maybe more.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing is trying to track how often other people post. I track their dates and see how often they do it. So those who are like heavily invested, like hundreds of thousands of followers, thousands of subscribers, like they have full packages. They do like full on videos and like these bonus things and promotions and whatnot. They're doing it like they're posting like once every 2 days, once every day, like a random mirror pic. If they're just like, I'm feeling cute today, and they have a picture of their coochie out.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, like I can't do that, not yet, because that's not my career.
Right.
But I need to post at least once or twice a week, which I've lacked this week. But I do have a professional photo shoot trying to be livened up, and there's going to be some really fun stuff. And like that full package is either going to be like a part of this, like it's going to be more than just a subscription. It's going to be like it's going to be a buy to open it, and it's going to like half of those proceeds I'm going to donate, because like this is a lot of money coming in, and I just, you know, kids with cancer kind of need money, so I'm going to donate to children.
Yeah, but kids with cancer can't get the donations if you can't buy food. So first focus on you.
Yeah.
Focus on you.
Sorry, actually, my first investment for me with the money is to get a new goddamn fucking Xbox.
Nice.
I'm finally going to be able to play Fortnite and Halo and talk to the guys and maybe have internet.
Yeah. That's what I want. Even though we've never played Xbox before.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
We can play zombies again. Fucking miss it.
We can play zombies. We can play Fortnite. We can play
Zombies on Fortnite?
zombies on Fortnite. Fortnite zombies.
I haven't checked the fucking roster of like what new games, the game modes have popped out and like custom games on the night. So
I haven't touched that at all. I'm just excited they released the Mammoth pistol. That shit fucking slaps. It's just like a one-shot pistol that you reload every time, and it's really good. It's just like 168 headshot when it's green.
So it's like the sniper, but a pistol and no scope.
Yeah.
Like close range.
And
baby.
with the augments, one of the augments is you reload your pistol faster if it's on an empty mag. It's always on an empty mag.
'Cause it's got one shot.
Another one is heavy. Guns using heavy ammo do more damage. It's a heavy pistol.
Right.
And then there's a third one, but I can't remember. I'm tired.
No. Yeah, we might just end it because, you know, we've talked about the majority of things, unless there's anything you have to bring to the table.
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Cowboys and fidget spinners, samurai discipline.
This is a quickie. This is only 24 minutes.
Well, this one.
This one. The other one was like, I don't know, a while.
Something.
Yeah.
I would say it's only been close to an hour, and then prior conversations before that was probably close to an hour.
Yeah, right. Because it's.
I got here at like
4:30.
2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a couple hours.
We're doing good.
I think we're doing good.
You know, we're getting the routine. As long as we keep doing this and keep posting, like Tony watches it in his spare time. Like he'll put on like literally like EDM festivals just in his house while he's walking around, or him and his wife are cooking or whatever.
Cool.
And
Shout out to Tony.
yeah, shout out
Thanks.
to Tony.
I really appreciate you and everything that you're doing for not just me, who has no gain doing this except for just having a cool, fun time, but to Ivan, who is super cool, and we need to promote him as much as we can.
Save the kids.
Save the kids, starting with Ivan the child, little baby,
little man who can't make good decisions.
a little man making little man.
Nah, yeah. Someday. Maybe.
Someday.
Allegedly.
The rumor has it.
Rumor has it something might be happening. Wow, I bummed out the end there.
What? No, you're good.
I am okay.
You're doing great.
This is what okay people do. I'm fine.
You want to see a picture of me when I was little?
Yeah.
Is that me?
That almost reminds me of like. I'm trying to visualize. I'm trying to like. You know, like the beady little eye thing, because cameras back then were shitty.
Yeah.
Whenever I see those pictures of like us as kids, it's like. Yeah, it's almost demonic.
Yeah, my dad's getting evicted, so he's got like a lot of pictures of me.
He's just floating around.
He's just shooting them over. Yeah.
Digitalize them before they
get burned.
disappear.
That picture of me will be the background for the next.
There we go.
The next pod.
There we go. Stay tuned, and you'll see Eric as a tiny man.
As wearing little overalls. God, I fucking love those overalls.
Yeah, I do miss the overall days. It was so easy to get dressed.
Emma still wears overalls.
Does,
you're in a trade. You could wear overalls. That'd be so hot. Oh my goodness.
Deep cut
Not
V
like
overalls.
Sexually, but like just temperature wise. Like
so
I know
refreshing.
Yeah.
And, like my legs would be covered, but also I don't have to wear a belt because I'm already wearing shoulder straps. Some fucking company needs to make overall like tool belts. I will buy that shit. I will sponsor it.
Yeah, I guess you could just put
pockets.
You put pockets where you could put like little loops and stuff for your hammers and stuff.
I need to carry at least 3 hammers on me now.
Oh my god, why?
Because 2 isn't enough.
Isn't a claw hammer just like your best bet and then you hit it? What are you using your hammers for?
Well, I use one hammer to beat stuff, and then if I need to, like, so let's say you're nailing 2 pieces of wood together, and there's like a tiny little gap in there, and you hit it with a hammer, it's just going to move the whole thing. If you have 2 hammers and you double clamp it, it pushes it all together.
Okay.
So I use it as like a reinforcing back thing.
Is hammer number 3 your little hammer?
Right now, yeah.
Oh, nice. What is hammer number 3 for?
Comedic effect.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll show up and they'll be like, what kind of hammer is that? It's like, well, this is my ox hammer. It's really sick, and it's like blah blah blah. It's 28 ounces. They're like, well, it's not a stiletto. I'm like, well, now there's this, and I pull out the fucking 6-inch one. I'm like, quick hammer down a nail. I'm like, me too. Fast and done. Fast and efficient.
Fast and efficient. This is the tone of my sex.
It is.
It's formatted like a YouTube short.
Vertical and all. Yeah, someone was saying I should start doing like more like YouTube style content with the trade stuff. It's like I would if I had the like the 16 hours to like custom design, like custom edit a video. But there's AI out there now, and they be doing shit. And my fucking video editing app that I use for my phone just got the captioning option, so I just saved an hour. I love technology, but we gotta go. Stay frosty, get bent. What is another phrase you can say?
Don't do drugs unless they're prescribed. Then take the recommended dose. Unless it's recreational, then don't take it for longer periods than is necessary because the withdrawal is crazy.
Try as many things as you can.
Be
at
safe.
A safe level.
Except for meth. What's the slogan of meth?
Only once.
Not even once! Not even once! You know this!
I'm ending this right now.